Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been. Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been. Blood. Scale of the fresh variety. Unusual. Monster attack was recent. Never seen one like this. Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open. Draconid. Gotta be. Maybe a basilisk? Except these prints don't belong to any variety I know. Just a little different. Area's dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does
look after it. It's not exactly a pet.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not...
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today I learned 2 traders. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a...
Pay the victim's family's compensation? Why?
These lands have been my family's for decades, granted to us by Duchess, provided it is not provoked. Yet if it does destroy, if it kills,
Your coffers. Got a store of sons and husbands in there to compensate for those shredded...
Naturally, I cannot revive the dead. But I do make generous this unfortunate merchant's family to be duly indemnified as well.
Where's the basilisk nesting? Any idea?
Of course I've an idea. But you don't really expect me to tell you.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Strange. These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic.
It is so indeed. A wound from a sterling basilisk festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that. Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Yokoko is so very curious. Strong scents especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched. I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Blood stains. Clear as day. Sense perceptible again. Just as I expected. Second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why. Hear something, but it's no basilisk screech. Human voices?
Yamo, Harry, prepare the equipment. Beast wandered off somewheres. We got to lure it back. And who might you be?
Funny. About to ask you the same.
They call us the Reavers.
Reavers? Wouldn't happen to hail from Crinfrid, would you?
Aye, we do. But how's it you know? And again, who the hell are you?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher. Know your brethren in arms. Boholt, Kenneton Desbret, New Boy too.
Ah, you're that witcher. Aye, Boholt mentioned you. Said you swing a mean sword.
A professional. Good you came along. Could take on the brutes again. Could use another pair of hands. Fee what we've gotten from the guild. We'll share it.
Gentlemen, this hurts my ears and pains my heart. You aim to kill your caste? It cannot be. The creature is protected. If you fear to lose the guild's reward, I shall repay it, and reward you doubly to...
Willing to pay, are you? Long as we do nothing? That's rather novel. What?
Basilisk lives for now. We're not gonna kill it.
A witcher defending a beast. Ever seen that, lads? You like them peaches?
Ah, no scrapping with filth today, it seems. But...
I did indeed. And the word once given...
Your share, Witcher.
Easiest job I've ever done. Godspeed, Witcher. Strange working with you. Strange, but nice.
Godspeed, boys.
You spared your caste. I thank you. And be assured, I'll take great care she...
Gotta try harder. Figure out a way to keep folk out of this area.
That I shall do. Master, you must accept more. Be it...
Don't need any more. Rather you paid it out to the families of your pet's victims.
Noble of you, Master. I shall take the advice to heart. Your caste has flown her nest.
Must have sensed a threat. Likely to return eventually, though.
She'll return. Always does. I suspect I might even know where she's gone. But Something might come of it. Who knows? Your cast could lay new eggs. Perhaps produce an entirely new crossbreed.
Sure hope not. Take care.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major. I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical...
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the...
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. Monsieur Beaulius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense for...
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild...
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to... Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Follow me, please. Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Beaulius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Beaulius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Boleus's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Follow me, please. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Follow me, please. The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Boleus's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Follow me. And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and...
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangement. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a... If... Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a...
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decided... Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would...
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general... Not only did the residents positively sparkle afterwards, but we...
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the... Highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make...
Oh, yes! We certain... The way I see things, given your trade, sir...
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone talking about renovations. Need to ask you something else.
Of course, sir, as you wish.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Back up to my chin and I've caught some rot.
Here, kitty kid.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed. And I took the liberty of adding 2 racks in Afronta, the laborers dusting out the cellar.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
Here, kitty kitty. Meow.
Scrub often. You'll soon need a coffin.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think. Laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Here, kitty.
BB, know anything about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy?
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff, though. Got dragged.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Just saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in...
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
Ever play Gwynt, BB?
Funny you should ask, sir. I was quite adept in my younger years, but that was so long ago.
Sounds interesting. Mind showing me what you got?
Not at all, sir, but only in action. A round or 2, perhaps?
May the best man win.
Do you wish to play against any particular faction, sir?
I'm a witcher, so monsters.
As you wish. Would you prefer I use my strongest deck or a weaker one?
Feeling lucky today. Use your strongest.
At your service, sir. Well then, let us play. congratulate you on your victory. Shall we continue playing?
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought, with all the work on Corfo Bianco completed...
Sure, why not?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage. I cannot say by what miracle it survived, but it... And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they... It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that...
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard...
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I going to produce any...
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn a fungus destroyed all the vines.
That'd be bad. This separate...
Isn't it, though? Allow me to...
Thanks. Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin. Damn. Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it. Trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Jensen me'll have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Eldarin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine. Site marked on the map's all wet now. Sans Retour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location. Something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store. Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got. Didn't I just do this? Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Did it. Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Impressive. Is just decoration or... impressive. It's just decoration. Yeah, I figured as much. Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better. Some clue around here. Alright, now to find the next portal. Right, now to find the next portal. Must be where Moreau had his lab. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. there. Just need to pick an entry.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated they are. The 18th of Yule, year 1102. When 15 years passed, a beast of the fog, had I the skill to turn back time? Today, following years of...
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Observation 58. In addition, I observed that today's dose of whether this is attributable to his years of experiments. Each mutation I applied to what I meant to cure him of his witcher. It seems my son must remain. The contraption and mutagens I leave here.
So the Professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. So, Professor tried to neutralize the used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out. Cell for portals.